Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another night. I know I've been off for a couple days, so I'm always excited to come back on Wednesday night to hear the messages of love from above. Before we get going, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me, I, of course, always welcome that. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Just let that love flow down into our heart, fill us up, and flow out to the world. Just surround the globe with just a big, huge bubble of unconditional love, spiking all hearts that are ready to remember who they are, to feel that love. And if you are in need of love today, in this moment, for your heart, your mind, your body, a relationship, a loved one, a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. And before we get started into the actual readings, just a couple quick announcements. Of course, I put out a video for the new weekly drawing yesterday for next Monday. And this time, I know I'm giving away a 1 hour personal recorded reading. So if you're interested in getting to that drawing, be sure to check out the video that I just posted there. Also, happy March, everybody. Can you believe that it is March 1st already? And of course, we have monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. So you could check that out. Here's the playlist for that. And then this morning, we did put out a new pick a card reading. And this one has to do with what new territory are you walking toward? So you can check that out as well if you feel so inclined. And then I'm just going to get my desktop all set up here and get it all ready. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's all good there. And then let me shrink this down and we will get started. I hope everyone had an amazing couple days since I saw you guys last. Enjoying your lovely journey and adventure. All right. All right. Wow. Yeah. Jupiter and Venus, Rhonda, and Moon in Pisces. Oh, boom. I love it. A lot of great energy right there, right? All right. So let me just make sure I have everything set here. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, just real quick, how I handle those. For the free readings, it's first come, first serve. I start at the very top and work my way down the chat. No special list. The chat is the list. You can put your question there, or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just put a general reading and spirit knows what you want. So we'll pull cards for that. Um, and I do have those free readings. I try to keep them to one or two just to try to get cards, try to get through as many free readings as I can. If anyone does make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those. I step out of the free reading, complete those, and then step back in and move my way down the list. And for those donation readings, I do go a tad bit deeper for those. So that's how it works. And we will get started. So I don't have any donations. So we'll jump right into the free readings. And right up is Rishi. Hello, hello. I am doing well. And hope you are doing well as well. You'd like some advice on how to forgive people who have hurt you in the past. I think we all could use that information. So thank you for asking that question. And let's see what Spirit has for you here. I am using a new deck. I know I've got some new decks, but I got birthday Amazon gift cards. And so I use them for cards because they're that what bring me joy. And these are the Santa Muerta, which have skulls, and it's all about communicating to those who have gone to the other side. They have a lot of wisdom that they gleaned here, and then they allow us to connect with them on the other side. So of course that's who we talk to anyway, and all the other beings there. Let's take a look here and see what we have going on here. Yeah, and how perfect these are. Let me see if I can get these to not be too glary. They are a little glossy, but I like them. So we have the Five of Wands here, which Wands is drive, ambition, inspiration, and passion. But it's the overall energy. And the Five of Wands is a change of energy that starts off like a battle, like conflict, like a kung fu battle. Usually they have five big wands and they're all cha 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 cha. And it looks like they're trying to hurt one another. It's very fearful energy. And eventually, one person is left barely remaining standing. The other four are exhausted, laying down on the ground. And you wonder what's going to happen next. Is he going to off them and, take them out? Then they all start laughing and they all help each other up and they walk back to the Buddhist monastery where they have a meal at the meal hall. And you realize that what appeared to be conflict was actually loving individuals that were trying to help each other grow their skills, right? You have the Six of Swords here too, which swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations. And this is moving from small T truths into larger T truths. It's a change of mindset, also moving from walky waters to calmer waters. So both of these represent movement and change from ways of thinking and feeling and that energy to something different. So what Spirit is basically saying here to help with us move towards forgiveness and release of the wrath for the pain that we experienced within us is that when we look at things higher, when we look at things from a different perspective, if we can see that these individuals, these characters that said things or did things were their characters. The actors behind the characters are these powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings who are made of unconditional love. And these characters they play pretty, I'm gonna say badass characters because we all do, right? I mean, this, have not always been appearing so loving and kind. You can ask people in my early 20s where I could uh, slice someone's self-esteem with my razor blade tongue, and people were afraid of me. And if you could believe that, we all play different characters at different times in our life. Sometimes we're villains, we don't even know it. We're heroes, we're victims. It's always in the drama. But when we realize that individuals are in our life by divine appointment, by an agreement that we had before we came down here, that we asked them to be these characters for us to experience what we went through and go through and will go through in our lives. So when we make this switch, stepping out of the human perception, which is the Six of Swords, away from the human thinking to the higher thinking and realize, yeah, these are not my parents, these are not my friends, these are not my ex-lovers, these are not, my schoolmates. Oh my gosh, all these individuals who said things and did things, they were just characters. And when we realize that whatever happened did not happen to us, it happened for us, we transform it. That's when the forgiveness comes in, where we choose to consciously choose, I'm going to stop being a vessel of pain because of other people's actions and words. I'm going to forgive the person. I don't have to forgive the act because whatever caused pain, I go, that caused me fear. And I don't like that. My, inner child is not like those. I'm not going to allow those things to impact me anymore. But I forgive the character because I know the actor behind the character was doing this for me anyway. So when it's splitting out the two worlds, realizing there's two of us that are living this human experience. In fact, for any of you that are interested, and I'm not sure if you've went through the entire series yet, there's a on my main page, the playlists. The first one mentioned is You Times Two, which is a journey last year that Spirit took us on about getting to know the two of us that are living this human experience. And it really just clarified over in different ways, providing tools to see that there's two of us, this human character and my actor, that are living this and allowing us to step into that power. So, something that you might want to check out if you haven't finished looking at that yet. But that's what they have for you, Rishi. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. The road of forgiveness. Ah, how beautiful it is, right? All right. So let's take a look here. And then up next, for the next free reading, I have Anya Ahuya. And you want to know, hey, like, hi, what's happening for you in romance in the next 2 weeks? Let's see what Spirit has for you here. So, over the next 2 weeks, there is going to be this understanding, or you have the Seven of Swords. Swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations. And so, because you're asking about romance, this is this revelation, this awareness. They've been looking down in here. They're looking at what of my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have stolen the romance from me, stolen love in my life from me. And it basically, we're given so many supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts throughout our life. Was that like it almost looked like it got a little out of focus there. Um, there it goes. It wasn't just my eyes, was it? Sorry. Well, that's what it is. It's we get out of focus in our life because of all these thoughts and these beliefs, and they blind us. They bind us into certain beliefs and thoughts that do they're like blinders that come in that we miss out on so many things because of no, 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 all these supposed to's, right? And the Seven of Swords teaches you to be able to look at those thoughts and beliefs and go, why do I believe that? And it's cheated me or thieved me. That's the Seven of Swords, are theft card and the deceiver card. What have my own thoughts deceived me? And what is keeping me? And so that's what's happening, because you do have the Judgment card, which is your higher self, and the King of Wands, which is actually also represents your higher self, because wands are drive, ambition, passion, our energy, our spiritual energy. It's the highest energy. They're pointing you upward. The Judgment card is your higher self pulling you upward. So they're having you look inward and really reflect on your own heart over the next 2 weeks to really see and understand what these small t truths that are rooted in fear of losing conditional love. Like if something doesn't happen, it means I'm not lovable, or if it doesn't happen a certain way, or if it's not a certain type of person, or they don't do a certain type of thing. We have all these, fears that, oh, this means I'm not lovable. And they really want you to look at that because as you connect inward and upward to your higher self into the spiritual realm, you realize you are unconditionally loved, eternally loved. And that the other love of the outside world is the deceiver. It's the conditional. It's not true. It's a deluded, um, deceiving love that we have out there. It's the opposites of what we truly have available to us. So right now, over the next 2 weeks, that's what Spirit is saying. It's this reflection, and you'll be having experiences in the outside world that bring these thoughts and fears bubbling to the surface, and so that you can look at them and go, "Oh, that thought, that belief, that's what steals it away. Where did that come from?" And you can transform that. So I like that for you, Anya Huya. So hang in there. I know many, many blessings to you. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I know. Turn inward and upward for now. All right. So Christy, hello, hello. And thank you so much for your donation. I just send you boatload of energy and gratitude for your continual donation. So thank you so much. And you did ask for a general reading. So if you have anything else, because you are right up next again, you must do it right. Boom, there it goes. Let's take a look here. I also have some other oracle cards for these readings. And so we're going to take a look here and see what else they want for you right now. So we'll start off with these two tarot. And so we've got the Page of Wands, which is about new drive, new desire, new passion that's coming into your life. I just feel like there's something that you're just about to get really, really super excited about. And the King of Swords here, which of course the King of Swords rules over air, but also all the kings are given air. So a lot of mindset, a lot of movement away of some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you had before, but also a master of communication. And I feel like that energy here with the Page of Wands and with this master of communication, that an opportunity that's going to be coming up here for you to share your truth. Let's see. Yeah, we do want to go to the mystical shaman oracle here. Let's see what they have here. Okay. Is half the cards go flying, but this one here is the one that uh, fell right in front of me. So you've got many paths, card number 34. I like that. And let's see what this brings in. So these cards have an essence, an invitation, and medicine. So the essence, it says all paths lead to spirit. What you bring to your journey is what will determine if yours is a path of suffering, a path of wisdom, a path of bliss, or a path of loss. Consider the traveler who met two stonemasons. He asked one, "What is he doing?" And the mason replies, "I'm squaring out this stone." He asked the other, who is doing the exact same thing, but gets the reply, "I am building a cathedral." One man has a job, the other man has found his work and calling. He is part of an endeavor much greater than himself. Be sure to pick a path with a heart. I like it. I like it. So, kind of the getting out of the mind a little bit too, right? And into your living your passion uh, seems to be coming through here too. So, the invitation for this card is your call now is to take a big, bold step and leave the beaten path. Heaven and earth are conspiring on your behalf to support you in this move. Do not dally lest you miss the moment. It's time to sail into the uncharted. Be sure you attend to both your path through this earth as well as the journey through the stars. And the medicine for this says, so which it's usually the invitation or the medicine is the one that resonates. I kind of feel like the invitation will resonate, but the medicine, just in case, and it could be for someone else too, says you have outgrown your current situation and risk losing your way in your own backyard. You're being called to step out of your comfort zone. Respond now while the call is still a gentle whisper. Right? Even though the woods look thick and impenetrable, venture in and let nature guide your steps through the dark until you reach your destination. Remember, if you do not know where you are going, any path will take you there. I like it, especially the while the call is a gentle whisper, because I know I have experienced in the early beginnings of listening to spirit, uh, when it just gets louder and louder and louder, and we're like, "Oh," they're like, "We didn't think you could hear us." So, I like it. So, what a wonderful, message, Christy, coming in here. I just really feel like it is time for you to follow your passion, follow this, make this leap, go into the unknown, but I just feel like with that King of Swords, it's a huge um, message of communicating your truth to the world in your way, whether it's blogging or videos or um, going around in an ice cream truck, speaking through a speaker, whatever it might be. Um, it's sharing your message. It's very important. What you've learned, what you've gleaned from, it's definitely being nudged into doing that. So I'm excited for you, Christy. If you're not doing it yet, here it comes. You're very welcome, and thank you so very much. So thank you again for your donation. Hey, Morg in the void, welcome. All right. So let me just move this over a little. There we go. Again, thank you so much. And we're moving back into the free reading. So we've got Spiritual Gifts Diva. Do you have a destined partner and anything about your marriage? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, I think that would be a yes for the first one. I'll show you that in a sec. And anything about marriage. So, wait, destined partner, you got the Ace of Cups. So that is higher love, right? That is the beautiful uh, you know, new love card, one of the new love cards. So definitely filling up with love and overflowing. So you definitely have a destined partner, a soul partner that you will end up with spending the rest of this lifetime with. And the about the marriage, you actually got the Four of Cups here. And the Four of Cups tells us that, it's going to be offered to you. And usually they'll have someone with three cups when they're looking at it, and they're very bored with what they've been getting. But then the fourth cup, which is the Ace of Cups, is offered from off screen from Spirit. So I feel like they're just saying, trust the process, trust that Spirit will bring in that perfect partner for the perfect remainder of your life for at the perfect timing. And it's almost like just like they're saying, hang in there. Like they're like, hey, buddy, just hang in there. Just, nudging you on the shoulder, saying that it is coming. It'll be the perfect timing, though. You're learning what you need to learn in the meantime. But it just feels unlike anything else you ever had. That's what the Three of Cups are. We're bored with. It's like it feels empty. But then we're offered this fourth cup, which feels like, it's that which quenches our thirst, which starts from, of course, that Ace of Cups starts with our love on the inside. So while we're waiting, we always can turn inward and work on our self love, because the more expansive our self love is, the more love we can exchange with our loved one here, because we cannot love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if we love ourselves like a little, no matter how much love we want to flood out, it'll just drip out. No matter how much love they want to give us, it'll drip in. But if we expand our self love, it also expands the ability to give and receive love. So I feel like that's what they're having you just focus on right now is that inner love. And then we're not in this huge rush to find the outside love because we're finding the love that's most important on the inside, which then makes that love on the outside that we get even more amazing than it ever would be if we found it, because otherwise it's like those other three cups. We're just like, yeah, 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 that love, but woo, 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 right? So that's what they have for you, spiritual gifts, Diva. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So let's take a look here. Next up, we have Aditi 444. You would like what spirit would like you to know about the month of March? Let's see here. Okay. So you do have two. All right. So there's going to be some movement coming in here for you in the month of March because you have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is about you have putting in the work in areas of your life. And then it's like moving from an apprentice to a master. So with that, wherever you've been putting in the work into your life, whether it's, with the relationships or job or education or body or finances or possessions, whatever it may be, wherever you've been putting in the work, you have movement in that area in the month of March. That's the outside world. And you have the Six of Swords too, which swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. And it is a movement card of moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So this is a month where you have this changing of your mindset and how you're seeing things. And you also have this movement that happens in the outside world. This, of course, is spawned by this because our thoughts, whatever we're focusing our thoughts on, is what goes into our subconscious and into our world and makes things happen, right? And we draw those things in. And so, with whatever you've been focusing on with your mind and doing that work, that's where you're going to see this change and see this movement happen. So that's what they have for you, Aditi. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Grace, you are up next. Need like an angel message. I'm going to actually have this animal spirit from the wild unknown, and they want to speak to you through these. So, we will do that. Oh, beautiful. So, you got a hummingbird spirit coming in. Beautiful, beautiful little creatures. One of my favorites. And let's take a look here. Of course, that's air energy. Let's see here. There it is. So the energy of this is positivity, enthusiasm, spiritually resourceful. So inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. So follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. Because when you're in balance with hummingbird energy, you have this energy of being smart, curious, and you love to learn. When you're out of balance with the energy, you might come across just pushy, insistent, and sharp. And to bring this energy into balance, it says, take a class. So I really feel like with this energy for you, there is this, especially that returning to the nectar on a daily basis. And with this spirituality being a focus here with this card, it's like really connect to the hummingbird energy and have some sort of daily spiritual practice. whatever brings you joy, not just like a, okay, did it, check. It's like, what has brought you this spiritual closeness, this spiritual spark, the spiritual energy, like a hummingbird coming in. I mean, look how bright it is. Whatever is bringing that in for you is what they're saying to have that a daily practice. And if that gets old, find something else, but it's a daily practice of some sort that draws you closer to your higher self and to the spiritual realm. It's an important thing for you every day. So, and if you're doing that, that's kudos to the from them saying, "Well done, well done." But if it's not bringing you brightness and it's just checking it off, it's time to kind of wander and see and what new thing brings new energy to it. So that's what they have for you, Grace. Many, many blessings to you. You are very welcome, Diva. All right. So continue moving down the list. So, Divine Goddess, you are up next. I need like messages from the Pisces. All right. So let's see what they got going on. As Rhonda shared, there's a lot of Pisces energy going on right now, for sure. And the first of it is temperance, which is patience, grasshopper. So there is this patience coming in and this tempering. I mean, what happens with tempering is they go back and forth between the two cups. And each time it goes back and forth, it does transform, it does change things. And the other two cards that came out together is one. You had the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Both of these represent a transformation, a change, and awareness. With them being odd numbers, there's like this challenge that's before you that they're just allowing you. This is like a nudge to be true to your authentic self without fear of having repercussions of the outside world. Because the Five of Pentacles can be this starts off as this energy of abandonment and lack and being left out in the cold. And I feel like when you in the past have stood up to be yourself and be who you wanted, who you truly want, without being drawn in either direction from people who, will very adamantly express their discontent with your not living up to their expectations, and those that would possibly lose praise or support from. In the past, that's what happened, but they're saying just, trust the timing, trust, allow yourself to look past that fear that you had in the past of being true to your authentic self and allow the timing, allow things to unfold. As things are going slow, look into this because this is what's going to set you free. And this obstacle or this energetic block that's keeping you from uh, really stepping out as your true authentic self um, is the reason why it's going slow, the reason why the tempering also is happening. So that's what they have for you, Divine Goddess. So be you and just step out and be you is really what the Pisces energy is bringing you and having you focus on. So that is what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Dollface Diva, you are up next. And you would just like a message, not just, but you'd like a message from Spirit. So let's take a look here. I do want to use the tarot. What else? All right. So right now you've got the Capricorn energy here with the Devil card coming in, which is really, the uh, your little cage being shaken and rattled, right? The beliefs and mindsets that you've had before in life around different things, but really you have the Eight of Cups here too, which is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. And this is such a cool card. All that the crown of emotions we wear, and how we're leaving those behind, and it these both together, this is leaving emotions behind, and the shadow card allows us to leave thoughts and beliefs and mindsets behind that no longer serve us. And there's been, like since the very beginning, when we're very, very young, we're taught so many things and we take them on as our own opinion because we're children. We don't know any better. We just drip, 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 just absorb them in, and sure, go ahead, even contradictory ones. And we're like, it's okay, we'll figure it out. Uh, but then we have all this solid stubbornness around the way things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. The fears of losing conditional love and that rattling of the cage that the shadow brings in allows you to really question, going, okay, so those emotions I felt were on purpose, for a purpose, and so were these thoughts and beliefs. I I've experienced them and they gave me what I needed back then, but for where I'm going, they no longer are, fit to it. It's like if you're gonna grow up in Alaska for a couple decades, warm, really, really, really warm, 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 warm clothes are very important. But then if you end up moving to a tropical island, you don't go like, well, let me drag all my coats along. It's like, I'm going to leave that stuff behind. It no longer serves me. And I feel like that's what's going on here is you're leaving behind the stuff and you're moving forward is what spirit is having you look at. Really do a little spring cleaning of, your emotions and the mindsets and go, what is not, does not feel, what's too warm for me now? It needs to go because you don't need that, all those sweaters and coats and everything anymore. So that's what they have for you, Diva. So many blessings for you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. And Pinky, you are up. So who is coming towards you that spirit wants you to know about? All right. So you do have a lot of water here. The moon, of course, is you can see the reflection in the water here. I love how they interpret this card. And then also the Five of Cups, a lot of emotion. It's a maze of emotion. So who is coming towards you here? I feel is someone who in the past had they're reminding you, either they are someone you've known before that you had an experience of some really deep seated emotions, or it's someone who reminds you of it. Because the Five of Cups will have three cups that are spilt, and the Moon card does have to do with like the unconscious and the subconscious, a lot of stuffed and repressed emotions. And so this can represent, someone from the past coming in here, or there's the ripples from the past, which our little child self likes to do. If we have unresolved emotions that we've pushed down, it is still there tugging at us, going, I'm going to bring people into your life that remind you of this, even though it's not going to be the same person, but because I need to be heard, I need to be seen, I need to be felt. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here is you have someone, and this is important for you. It's not meant to cause you pain and suffering and frustration or anything, but it's a card of, basically saying that you came down here to experience all those emotions, and so it's okay to feel, emotions that are related to fear because it transforms things. The There's usually two cups behind them, which tells us that. Where are all the cups? Back there. But they tell us that every moment is an emotional choice and that we get to choose what emotion we feel. And neither is right, neither is wrong. They're just different. When we're done feeling a certain thing, or if we have a repressed emotion that we want to bring up and feel it so that it'll move on and not be charged anymore, not taking any more of our energy. That's an important piece here. So, I feel like there's either going to be someone coming in that reminds you of something. They're going to say something, do something that reminds you of something earlier in your life that you're just like, okay, let me allow my little child self. I'm going to pick them up. allow them to express themselves however they want without explaining away or restricting them, and just go, you know what? Feel it, baby, feel it. And then it flows away, and then you're just like, okay, that's released, and it just is so freeing for you. So I feel like that's what's coming for you this I really feel like in the next within March, I feel like you do have this individual that comes in. It's good because it frees you up. Don't worry, you're not going to end up with them, or it's not romantic. You know, a uh, a contract you have with them as far as that you're going to spend a lot of time with them. It's just something that helps clear the air. It's a stepping stone for you to move down um, the path to something more in alignment with who you are. But it's important to get rid of this emotion that's been charged and sitting in there. So that's what they have for you. I know, Pinky. I know. So many blessings for you. All right. Queen, you are up next, and you want to know, Ken, uh, what does Spirit want you to know about this person who will approach you in love soon? What little tidbit what little morsel would they like to give you right now about your future individual? Oh, boo 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 boo. I like it here. You have the 2 of Pentacles. So I do love this energy here of just a great bond. And it's the outside world. So I feel like you do have some wonderful things in common that really bring you close in the outside world. And I really like that. Also, you have the King of Wands here. So very much fiery energy. Possibly could be a fire sign. If not, they have a lot of fire in their chart because they are someone who's very passionate, someone who really can supercharge their energy and move in a direction. Think entrepreneur, someone who really does better. They're saying they do better being their own boss because they just don't like being bossed around. They like making decisions on their own, and because they know they really can focus the energy, and they feel like when they worked for other companies, it takes forever to get things done. Like there's always like this long, red tape process, and they don't like that. So it is someone who's just very fiery, passionate, um, hot blooded, but I feel like, I don't feel like they're like abusive or anything like that. I did always like to get that out of the way. Otherwise, I'd be telling you like, run, don't go near him. But there are, they're very passionate. They might like, "Ruh, ruh, ruh," but they cool off super cool, too, super fast. So you just like, yeah, 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 yeah. Little firecracker that goes off, but very passionate individual. I like this. So that's what they want to bring through right now for you, Queen. So many blessings for you. All right. So continue moving down the list. All right. And so, Star Girl, you are up next. So, a message from your life partner. Let's see what they want to bring through right now. All right. Okay. Well, it is them. That's their confirmation, and this will be their message. So you did get the Ace of Cups come flying out. So this is your love that's in there. The Ace of Cups, represents the love. And you got the Three of Pentacles. So the message here from your life partner is be be your authentic true self. Be you. Don't try to be what other people have, told you that you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, and all that. I feel like you're pretty independent of that, but I feel like there's still some little stuff clinging on still that can be removed of you hesitating being the true authentic star girl, right? Because they're like, that's what I fall in love with, is you being different, you being you not being like everyone else, because that's boring, and they've had bad experiences with all those other cookie cutter, individuals. They're like, they are attracted to uniqueness, and they're telling you that it's so important for you to be true to your authentic self, um, because that is what catches their eye and keeps their eye, um, going forward. So that is the little short and sweet message they have for you, Star Girl. So whatever area you feel that you're like, yeah, I kind of feel like, I really want to, have purple hair, but I don't know if anyone else will allow that, or they would like that. It's like, do it, do it. That's what attracts me. That's what brings it in as well. So I do like that. So that is what they have for you, Star Girl. Many, many blessings for you. All right, Bonjour. You'll be the next free reading, and I thought I saw someone said they made a donation down there. Me, I don't see anything coming through yet, but you never know. Things might be just running a little slow here. So give it just a sec here for it to come through, and then we will get you squared away there. So while we're waiting, Maju, you are up next. So anything you need to know from Spirit. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. And they actually want me to go to these. I got these little archetype round cards. So let's take a look here and see what they have for you, Manju. Okay, this will be the one. You've got this beautiful blues in here. I think that's called Kairos. Kairos. And that is card 76. If I know my Roman numerals. It is back here. Okay. Just need to go a couple more pages here. Come on. If it'll let me turn pages. There it is. So this is the energy. It's mythic time and synchronicities. I like it. Says we have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. Ugh. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. Some other things this talks about is compare the Greek words chronos, Chronos, and kairos, this Kairos. This will guide you to an understanding of logos and mythos. Ooh, okay. Some homework. And it says the word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness when it becomes a nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. Because when you're in the light of this energy, you're in alignment. You have ease in decisions and actions. When you're in the shadow side of this energy, you're fighting against time. And if you want to go deeper into this energy, look into Felix Gonzalez Torres's Untitled Perfect Lovers. So Felix, Felix, and then Gonzalez with a Z, dash Taurus, Torres. and it's the work is called Untitled, in parentheses, Perfect Lovers, quotation. So I like that. So it's all about timelessness and trusting your gut, trusting divine timing, and moving forward with that. So I do like it. So that is what they have for you, Maju. Many, many blessings for you. All right, let me just take a look here. Just want to check my junk mail just in case I went there. I don't see anything coming through yet, Renee. So not sure if it did it complete. But we'll continue moving down here because you know how things are. Whoa, as I destroy stuff. I just wanted to double check here, see if it popped through on my phone. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Um, so we'll continue moving down the list. Eliza, you are up next. So hello, hello. What's coming towards you this month? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. Wow. So you've got both the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. Both of these represent new thought, new belief, new mindsets, new expectations, new ways of looking at things. The Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truth of the higher realm, and it allows you to see things from a place of unconditional love, while at the same time, it's like a two-edged sword. It allows you to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. So it's the small t truths, these truths, these opinions that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love. So there is this change that's coming about here with all of this. And it has to do with just and it can be a variety of different areas too, because of course that we didn't get a clarifying card here with the free readings. It's just the two cards, but there's like ways of looking at things, expectations. If we had a lot of disappointment, it causes us to question and go, why do I have these expectations? These are opinions that I've had. Let me look at things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, and it brings clarity for you. So it does talk about clarity of mind coming in for the month of March as well. So I like that for you. Some things are really shaken out, which bring you the clarity. So I like that for you. All right. Let me see here. Thank you guys for your patience real quick here. Let me just see what is going on here. Come on. And Star, you will be the next free reading up. Just Star. I had Star and Star Girl. All right. All right. Yeah, I do show it on my PayPal. That is weird. So evidently, maybe they're having trouble. They're not sending out emails with PayPal payments. So thanks for pointing that out. I will keep that open and see if anyone else says anything as well. So, Star, we'll be back to you in uno momento. so, uh, me 888, and let's see here. And let's see, did it show your question on there? There it goes. All right. Yeah, so what about this individual? Let's take a look here and see what does spirit have for you regarding that individual. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, regarding them, I mean, you definitely here you have the 8 of Wands and the Knight, right? Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Both of these represent they're probably two of the cards that mean the most fast movement here. So, as far as viewing, they see you as someone definitely a lot of fire. I think we get that a lot with you. A lot of fire, a lot of energy, a lot of activity, a lot of movement. So you really go getter, go, 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 go. So I really feel like they see you as someone that just really has a lot of movement, a lot of action, 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 a lot of movement, movement, movement. So I do. This is one way that they see you with all of that is they're like, wow, get out of her way, give her something to do, and get out of her way because she's just going to zoom, 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 zoom. I feel like they're undecided though. I mean, I feel if it's fairly new, um, because the two of swords has to do with like standing at a crossroads and they have their um intuition and their heart that's picking up on things like this gut feeling like I just know you know you know uh, how you have a gut instinct and like I just know that they have this and this. I haven't seen it yet with my physical eyes, but I just know this is all this stuff. And then the other thing is they're really wanting to see um uh like I wouldn't say hard proof, but they want to witness things. They want to see it, right? So they have this instinct. They know they like I just know, but I got to see it. It's like they know you have the gumption, of course, the energy, like we said, the intelligence, the ability, but they're like, I want to see it in action. I got to see it, Um, so that's what I kind of feel like with that energy coming through. You do have the 10 of Pentacles here, which is about abundance and transformation in the outside world. So this would be a positive result here in that you're getting the abundance, you're getting um, feeling this wholeness and this completeness in the outside world. So you've got the beautiful green butterfly that is out of its cocoon, it's flying, and I feel like this is them seeing the results. Like I know there's a butterfly in that cocoon. I just know there is, but I got to see it. I got to make sure it's not a wasp nest. But the butterfly comes out and like, there it is. I knew it was there. And I feel like that's what they're wanting to see. And then, of course, the dual meaning also was that um, you also get to feel the benefits of it. So you get to feel that abundant feeling and that overflowing in the outside world. So I like it. I like it. So that's what they have for you, there, Renee. So I'm excited. So many, many blessings for you. Enjoy the cocoon momentarily. That's the struggle, right? That's what gives the butterfly the ability to fly is the struggle getting out of the cocoon. So I like it. I like it. All right. So let me just go back here. Come on. All right. So there were no others. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone else that was in there. You're like sending another. All right. So go ahead and you can bring that through. And while we're waiting for that, so I can see the question, we will complete star. You want to know, is there something wrong with your boyfriend and what his feelings are for you now? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't see it here. You have the 2 of Cups here, which is about, relationships. So this is them. Um, so the feelings for them, they still feel very, partnered and in love. The 4 of Pentacles here is they're really figuring out here who they are and trying to find this stability in the outside world. I just feel like they're going through this the Four of Pentacles journey is realizing that everything in the outside world feels unstable to us. When we define our worth by things in the outside world, we feel unstable, whether it's relationships or situations or things, we feel unstable because they are unstable. Like relationships, people change, people pass away, people walk away, and we've all had that in our life, probably some way, somehow. So we realize that, well, relationships, whether it's friends, family, romantic, work, whatever, you know, constantly changing, not something we can count on. Situations like jobs, education, things like that we can get into, always changing. And of course, things, our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions, all that stuff breaks down, blows up, burns down, stolen, deteriorates. So it's unstable. Eventually, we as humans will get exhausted or bored with the outside world not living up to what we're looking for on the inside. Eventually, we turn inward and upward and we find that which is stable. It's the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. So what I feel is with that Four of Pentacles, they're just going through that, all of that stuff in the outside world that they thought were supposed to make them feel woohoo isn't, because they're obtaining things, they're getting things, and the outside world feels like they're getting off all the checklist of things that they feel they need to, but it's just not happening. It's just not um, making them feel the way they thought it was. So they still love you very much. They don't have any like, well, I'm getting rid of you and I'm gonna, they just feel like their like job and possessions and body and all this other stuff just doesn't feel like it's fulfilling, and they're just doing this inner reflection. They're just trying to figure out what is going to make them happy in their life. I don't feel like it has anything to do with like they're not going to go, um, you know, end things to go start. They just know like, well, if you're and everything else aren't filling them up, then it's something inside them, not you. And so that's what they're looking at, Star. So I know. It's always a reflection though for us too. So it might be something to look at within our own selves. All right. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings for you. Well, that one came through the email, Renee. So who knows what's going on? So I can at least I don't have to look up my I close out that window because it's too big. And at least we have here. All right. Sure. So how are you guys relationship progressing? We'll take a look here in Mira. You will be the next free reading here as soon as I pull on here. You're welcome, Star. All right, so let's take a look here. How is this? I love these cards. Okay, and those two. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Let me just switch this back so I can see a little better here, so I can see what you're seeing. There we go. So we got the Page of Pentacles. I just love these cards. She's checking her purse, but the Page of Pentacles is about you looking at your worth in relation to the outside world in a different way through this relationship. So you have the Strength card, which also is about the dragon is you, or the Quetzalcoatl or whoever that is, I think it was a dragon, and your higher self. It's this movement upward, this turning inward and for your worth and the definition of yourself. So, and you also have the world card, which is the ending of old ways of looking at things, the old ending of old cycles and beginning of a new adventure, the new way of looking at things. So the combination of all three of these is telling me that it definitely feels like a challenging uh situation. It almost in an and I don't want this to be weird, but it feels like an older brother energy, like they just pick on you and they just challenge you and they just make you have to stand up for yourself because you're just tired of being picked on. And it just like it builds this inner strength though. You just turn inward and upward in this and I really like it. Because we do have, you have the three of swords here, which is expectations equal disappointment. And there's this uh, looking at what heartbreak might feel like, and just it's basically saying things don't unfold as expected, so it just feels like, oh, okay. um but the Knight of Pentacles here shows movement again. This knight, who this all knight's a quest after something, in this quest after the uh, Ace of Pentacles, which is looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, which is what you get, right? The Page of Pentacles. So you achieve it and you obtain it. It just takes time too. It's the slowest moving night. So it almost feels like a drawn out torture, but not in a bad way. But you do end up with this higher love too, with the Page of Cups. So I feel like um I just don't feel like this is it does. It just feels like an older brother type of energy where they just razz you and challenge you, and it ends up just moving you into this wonderful place because you face the disappointments, you face the pain of the past too. I almost feel like they help you remove the blades from the back where you've been stabbed in the back, and they allow you to really step into your own. But it feels like when we remove you know it's like in the movies where someone gets a knife and they slowly take it out, and it's like, oh my god, just rip it out. But it's not that Knight of Pentacles. It's like they're taking it out, it's slowly being moved out so it doesn't damage things. And then they put the little uh healing stuff on it and bandage it up, and then you move forward and you find this new passion, this new love of yourself. I really feel like that Page of Cups is about you finding new love and new awareness of yourself through it all by the end of it, but it just feel like a slow torture, but it happens for you because what you have after it, you don't have this blade sticking out of your back anymore. And it just feels so free and so flowing for you. So that's what they have for you, Renee. Thank you again so much for your donation. And thanks for letting me know. I don't know why the other one didn't show up, but this one did. Who knows? You know, Technology. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Enjoy your journey. I know you get your guide sense of humor because you see it. So I don't have to worry about it. So many, many blessings for you. All right, Mira, you are up. You'd like a love reading. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Wow. So you have the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Wands, which is great combination because the 4 of Wands does represent joy, celebration, gatherings, very stable energy, like a four has four huge legs on a table. And so it is a very stable energy. Can also mean marriage or attending a wedding. The Seven of Wands is a wonderful, majestic card showing that you are seen, you're put up on like it's almost like you're up on a stage or up on a hill where people see you as being higher than them, being at another level, which can bring some jealousy. We have to bring that in there, that if people are blah 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 and trying to poke your dream or whatever, just know that it's because they feel low about themselves. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to do anything about it at all, quite honestly. But if you, out of compassion of your heart, you want to help lift them up, that just helps them. But it's not personal. It's about them, not about you. So I almost feel like here with a love reading that maybe you are going to attend a wedding where are you going to be a bridesmaid, or are you gonna be up on stage somehow singing or doing something? I almost feel like what I'm seeing and, that they're showing me, because all this fire is movement here and passion, that you are seen by someone, um, at a gathering of some sort, a celebration of some sort, where you're up, on stage. Are you singing karaoke? I don't know. But whatever it is, you are up above and they see you, and then they approach you. And that's how you meet this next love interest that comes your ways, because you are set out apart from everyone above the crowd. And then they see you and they're like, wow, who's that? And it just draws them to you. So that's what they have for you, Mira. I like it. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Rhonda, you will be the next free reading coming up. We are at the top of the first hour. So, just real quick, I'm going to have my public service announcement just so everyone who is new to the channel. Um, I let everyone know that these sessions I'm on for 2 hours. So, I'll be on for about another hour. And for the free readings, I do move in order, first come, first serve. I very rarely get to the bottom of the free readings because, as you can imagine, that list does get very long very fast. And but if anyone makes a donation, I do step out of the free readings, complete those just to honor the energy exchange. I go deeper into those as well, and then I step back into the free readings and continue moving down the list. So that's how that works. And so that's been your public service announcement. Now back to the regular scheduled program. All right, Rhonda, here we go. Let's take a look here. You are here. So hope that we can get to your. So is your heart going to be filled with love? Okay. So let's take a look here and see. Is your heart going to be filled with love from the one that you wish it would be filled from? So you have the world card here is about endings and new beginnings, right? The ending of old cycles and the beginning of something new. Now, in combination, you have two major arcana here, which means this is significant for you because the Hierophant guides you inward on this journey to understand what your capital T truth is. Who do you want to be? What do you truly want in your life? Not what your mind wants and your human heart wants, right? Because this is a significant change. Five is the number of change. The world is endings and new beginnings. And I feel like what I heard when it's like, is your heart going to be filled with love from the person that you're wishing it to come from? And as long as it's someone on the outside world, the answer is going to be no. I know, because the love you're looking for is inside of you, inward and upward, not on the outside. So that's where this drawing to go inward is all about, is finding the love from within. And that ends the cycle of looking for love on the outside world and starting a whole new relationship to the world because of it. Because what happens, when we're looking for love outside of ourselves, we will be disappointed 100% of the time because one, people change or they pass away or they walk away. And so whatever love, if they're able to give us love for any period of time, what we're looking for, it would end at some point, right? But it still falls short because what we're looking for is the unconditional love from up above. And that's what fulfills us and makes us feel whole. While we're looking um, outside of ourselves for that love, human character can't give it to us. So they'll always fall short. We'll always be looking at how they're lacking and not bringing us the love that we are wanting from them. But once we turn inward and upward and we are filled with the love we've been looking for all along, then we look at the love that people on the outside give us as above and beyond extra because we don't need it. We're full. One of the um, examples Spirit gives, and you might have heard this a few times, Rhonda, because you listen to, I think, the whole thing, um, is, you know, our heart is hungry and it's looking for a 10-course meal with first and second dessert. And the outside world can only give us third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth dessert. They don't offer us a meal. They can only offer us additional desserts. So when we're looking outside of ourselves for that meal, we're always going to be like, "Oh my god, there's so much sugar but it's not nutritious, it's not filling me up." Um, and we get tired of sweets. I know, is that possible? But we get tired of sweets eventually. We're just like, it's not fulfilling. Then we turn inward, we're like, "Oh, there's the 10-course meal and first and second dessert." And we fill up and we feel whole. And then when other individuals outside of us bring us third dessert, we can always make room for more dessert, right? We're like, yeah, sure. But if they're like, no, I'm not going to give it to you, you're like, oh, it's okay. Stuffed anyway. So go ahead. It doesn't impact us the same. We're not as desperate for that love on the outside, and it's not falling short anymore because we're full from in here, and then that's extra out there. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda. I know, what a journey, but that's what they have for you right now, um, for the focus. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. Let me just take a picture here. All right. There I am. So, Kavita Soroha, you are up next. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And general reading. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Okay. Well, you are on an interesting journey, Kavita. So, you've got the Knight of Pentacles came out first. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all. So there is this slow movement that's happening in your life. And but the search that this knight is after is for the Ace of Pentacles, which is about growth and understanding of their worth in relationship to the outside world in a completely different way. So a more powerful way of looking at yourself. You have the Tower card here, which the Tower is the movement of things out of your life on purpose for a purpose to make space for something new to come in and to clear your path so that you can move forward into something more in alignment with what you are wanting in life. And so this path, this uh, slow movement that's happening in your life, it just seems like there's, um, I don't know, it just feels like your life is on slow mo, but then all of a sudden something gets moved out of your life, and you're just like, "What just happened?" And it's just slow moving. You're like, "Can we move the new thing in faster? Can I move on down the path faster?" It's like, nope. They're like they're having you focusing on your inner worth right now, but things are being moved out of the way, and you can see even it's almost like you can see down a road and you just see stuff getting moved out of the way to clear your path way in advance, but you're like, but I want to go there, I want to move stuff into this empty space. But spirit is like, it will, it'll come in perfect timing. It's just they're having you work on the inside of where you're of your worth and who you are, and really discovering the true authentic you, which is necessary for you to bring in the things that are in alignment with who you are and where you want to go. But you're in this process of clearing things out of your life. So I like it for you. I know it seems like it's like patience, master's class in patience right now for you. So my heart goes out to you because I know that's one of the hardest things for us all, because we're our human is so time bound. It's like, come on. But I understand. So hang in there, Kavita. Things are changing, things are coming. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So many, many blessings for you. All right. So, Morgan the Void. Morgan, so good to see you. And you say, when you have a chance, could you ask how the future looks for your new business? Sure, let's take a look here. Oh, let me put these back in order. Let me just shuffle these real quick and take a sip here. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know about the future of your business? How does it look? Your business. All right. All right. Well, I like it. You've got the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So these coming out together kind of are one card, which is stability, because fours are stable energy, stable, income, stable, out there. And you have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment card coming in here too. So I really like this. The nine does nudge you inward for your emotional fulfillment and for what really brings you joy. So I feel like they're nudging you in this to, kind of look at that. Um, and this takes care of itself as long as you are turning inward for your emotional fulfillment. And it brings you to what your true wish fulfillment really is. And so there's this stability here, but I feel like you're being nudged to really question, what is your dream? What is your true dream come true from a place of your higher heart, not so much the mind? Because the other stuff, it feels, I don't know, it almost feels um, too stable. I know, right? What does that mean? I don't want to say bland, but the fours, it just feels like, yeah, it's there, but where's your heart? I just feel like they're nudging you back to your heart. What is it that you truly, truly, how do you truly, truly want to express your love, that unconditional love to the world? So I feel like they're nudging you back there. But I like the other fours. They're like, yeah, but is it going to, bring you what you're is it really making your heart sing? So just keep that in mind. Always remember your why. And that could be it too, is that we can get caught up into the details and caught up into being attached to results, being attached to what it means, blah, 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 blah. We forget our why. And then that's when the air gets sucked out of the sales. And I know I can tell when I start looking into the analytics and this and that, and well, I got to do all this stuff because this is what the world wants, and then it just feels like work, and it just sucks the life out. And then when spirit's like, okay, are you ready to get back to your why now, why you do everything? Yeah. And then they're like, doesn't that feel much better? And I'm like, yeah, it does. So that's what they have, Morg. So many blessings to you. All right. Living life. You are the next free reading coming up here. And you want to know, if you get with Sean, will it be together forever? Is there a song like that? Together forever. All right, let's take a look here. Is Sean forever? Like until death do you part, right? Because nothing's forever, forever. Well, so you got the Knight of Wands, which is Fast and Furious, and the Seven of Pentacles, which can normally be what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. But there's also a message of that once you get the fruit, it's like change of direction. With this Knight of Wands coming in, I feel like it wouldn't be forever because the Knight of Wands is fast, fast movement, movement, and the Seven of Pentacles. Um, it just doesn't match. If this is fast and fast speed, and this is wait for things, it's like this would be contradicting each other. And so the combination together shows us that it actually is the opposite meaning, which this is, it's not really what I wanted. And it kind of, it would be like a sparkler on 4th of July. You know, you light it and it's, oh, psst, and then suddenly it goes dark and it's done. So I feel like it would burn itself out, is kind of what I feel, is the message coming through there, living life. So I'm sorry. But many blessings to you. At least you know, right? And if that's what you want, maybe that's what you're asking for. Will it be forever? No? Good. Whoosh. I just want it for a short time anyway. Nah, I know that's not what you want. All right. So that is what they have for you living life. Many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So continue moving down the list. So, Cheery, you are up next, and you want to know lessons you need to learn to get out of your current situation. Yeah, the free list is still open. Just pop your question down below, and I'm going to be on for about 40 more minutes or 30 to 40 more minutes. So, I should be able to get down to it maybe tonight. So, okay, I'm focusing, Cheery. So, lessons you need to learn to get out of your current situation. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah. So you do have the Three of Wands here, which is about a change of direction. So I do like that for you because this does show me that you're able to get out of your current situation. You're able to head in a new direction. The Nine of Swords really, I feel, represents what you're going through, because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. Nine of Swords is known as the nightmare or insomnia card, which means you have so much on your mind, so many fears of losing conditional love. You're it's like you're afraid of letting people down, or you're trying to live up to so many rules and expectations that the biggest thing is to realize that you can't please all the people all the time, and you have to make decisions for you, right? The Nine of Swords just really shows us that you can give someone the entire world and they still could choose to be unhappy. You can't choose for other people. You can't choose their emotions. You can't choose their thoughts and beliefs or where they're investing their energy. You only can control your own. The nine is the inner journey. So you're turning inward to really question, why do I believe what I believe? What is restricting me? What am I fearing? And when you realize, it's like, yeah, what really am I fearing? I get to choose what something means. I get to choose um, what emotion I want to feel as I go through it. And I get to choose where I invest my energy. And so there is this change, this transformation that happens, and you're changing directions. The Three of Wands can be where you're changing where you're investing your energy too. Because when we focus in on what we are um, fearing will move into our life or out of our life, we grow that. When we fear, I'm sorry, when we focus on what we're missing in our life, more things to miss, or the missingness grows. Or if I'm focusing on what I don't want in my life, I'm actually magnetizing and drawing more of it to me. The power is that we can change it. We can switch our energy. What are we magnetizing ourselves? What vibration are we vibrating at? And what are we drawing to us? If we focus on gratitude, if we focus on what we do want in our life, if we focus on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, that grows and expands in our life. And because we're not investing in here anymore, this shrinks and falls away. That might even end up as you raise your vibration to that higher level of love, it actually can even repel things away out of your life and away from you, kind of like a hedge of love, a bubble that is created around you. So I feel like the lesson that you can learn now is whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And so you can question on what am I focusing on? And what do I want to do? Do I want to continue drawing that or do I want to change? So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. All right. Brenda, hello, hello. How long um how long do you have to stay at your husband's place? All right, let's take a look here, see what spirit wants you to know around that situation here. Okay. Wow. So you got two sevens here. And that both of the sevens is emotional confusion, and seven of swords is what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets is deceiving you and stealing from your life. The seven of cups with emotional confusion, especially the combination of both of these, this is, small t truths that are rooted in fear of losing conditional love, the fear is what is causing the confusion that doesn't allow you to see clearly on what you truly is best for you and what you decisions you want to make. Because these fears, these thoughts that are deceiving you, deceiving yourself, that are thieving from you, are stealing joy, stealing opportunity away. So the both of these sevens is, really taking this breath, taking this step to step out of fear, and then you have the clear picture of what you want to do and where you want to head. With that, but it's these fears that are keeping you like in a coffin, keeping you trapped, keeping you in this, um, loop that's happening. There's this obstacle that's keeping you from moving forward. When you look at the sevens, it's like, sixes are three on each side. It's a wonderful flow, but a seven is something, an obstacle right in the middle that you just haven't been able to get past. And so stepping away allows you to make these choices and these decisions. So if you're meaning like, how long do I have to stay here? Well, you don't have to stay there at all anymore. You can make a different decision, right? But if you're asking how long do you have before you are removed out of there, um, with two sevens, I almost feel like is that it's either um, seven 7 weeks, 7 months, July. So they're not being totally clear on the exact time frames with that. But the Emperor card came flying out here too, which is about which is about uh, stepping out into new adventure, new journey, you getting a hold of your life and not being at the whim of everyone else, that you get to take charge and become, what do I want to do with my life and where do I want to go? What I want to do? Not all the supposed to, the should, the need tos. I chuckled too because the seven of pentacles also came flying out, which is about, you know, a change of direction. The fruit that has grown, it's time for movement. It's time for change. So sevens are really important with whatever's happening here. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. I know maybe it doesn't give you exactly what you're looking for there, but they're wanting you to really look and know that it's your thoughts and your beliefs, those fears that are keeping you from seeing it, because there's an obstacle right in front of you. And once that gets moved to the side, the stubbornness that we have around this thing, it clears everything up for you. All right. So that is what they have for you, Brenda. Let me see here. There we are. All right. And you sent another one. Oh, that one didn't come through either. How weird. What is going on with PayPal tonight? Don't think you're weird. Trust me. I have a keychain that says weirdo on it. So I do not judge at all. So let me see here. It did not come through here again. I don't know what's going on. Let me just pull that up here. I know I should just leave it open. But no, I thought everything was going to be fixed. All right, here it is. All right, let's take a look here and see. any, any, any romance. Let's take a look here, Renee. All right. I don't, because you've got y- so you've got this is the Knight of Swords. You have the Three of Swords again coming up here, and then the Four of Pentacles. You're like, oh, good. So there's this it's mind, going on here, and then the King of Swords. So again, a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking, and you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, of course, she dives deep into her own self. She rolls over water and gets an extra portion of water. So she's like the high priestess, very intuitive, dives deep into her own emotions, really focusing on her emotions. And I feel like they're like the King of Swords rolls over air and gets extra air. So this is like total opposites. Someone who has emotion and someone who's all brain. So that's what I feel. So that answers the question, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. You have passion, you have drive, you're fiery. And I feel like they're like Spock, but maybe not even Spock. Like I don't even know if they have a well, I guess they do have some human side in them there. But I was gonna say they're like Spock on Star Trek where it's all logic. Emotion? What's that? Kind of thing. So that's what they have. All right. So thank you so much for your additional donation there. And I definitely don't think you're weird. Trust me, I do not. All right. So, Monsi Shawan, you will be my next free reading coming up here. I do have a do prosper, right? Live long and prosper. I can't do it. Come on. There we go. There we go. Uh, you're so funny, Katie. Hello, and thank you for your donation. May you live long and prosper. Let's see. What is he thinking about you in regards to now that he's been out? Okay, let's take a look here. What is going on in Jordan's mind? Do we really want to know? I like that. I don't know. It's like a scary movie. You're behind your pillow with your popcorn. Oh, well, okay. Okay. Yeah. That is something to look at too, is like what are you missing? Really? You can look at that. Wow. there's like a lot of major arcana here. So, uh, what are they thinking here? So we got the world card and the full card. So endings and new beginnings. They are leaving behind old cycles and they're beginning a new adventure. They also had the hermit card. So three major arcana, which this is all about this, you know, uh, inner path, this inner knowing, figuring themselves out. But they are really evaluating things in their life. So um, that starts off there with that. Um, in addition to the hermit, which this is what I'm just like, wow, because we've got the moon, and then we also have the high priestess. High priestess steps back, looks into their emotions behind the veil, up above. The moon is diving deep, into their unconscious, their subconscious, and all that. Um, but the full card really stands out in that it is this. Uh, it's like the freedom of expectation, the freedom of rules, the freedom of a lot of things, and I think we talked about them before that they don't like restriction and constraint. They're free flowing and open and wanting to move forward. They are, and here's the page of wands too, which is about, wands is fire and passion and movement, and the page is new. And they're always, they have this fiery energy to them where, like, if you try to contain fire, it doesn't like it, right? It wants to be free like a grass fire, that it moves forward and it wants to move forward, but it doesn't go backward because there's no more fuel to burn, right? A fire doesn't, if it's already burned through a place, you don't worry about it coming back because it has to have something to burn and move toward, right? And I feel like they are in this constant mode here. But with all these other cards, I feel like they're in a super reflective time. But they want to understand who they are and what they want, and but yeah, I don't feel reconciliation because like you said, they aren't interested in being responsible for children. Um, and I feel it has to do with their childhood and how what they experience. They don't want to be in that place with anyone, right? Yeah, yeah. And again, we got the death card, which is endings and new beginnings, and night again, that fire of movement forward. I feel like they'll reflect on things, but they never go backward. It'll always have to be something new moving forward, kind of energy. But yeah, I feel like that they don't have this energy of, yeah, of I don't want to come up here, like that they think of other people. It's always about them. It feels like at this point in their life, they're just so consumed with them and they only see this, and so they don't. If they think of you, they don't think of you of going, "Oh, I wish I was back with them," and da da da. To just think of okay, so when I experience this with them, what am I going to do about that for the future? And it's all about them. That makes sense with the hermit and the high priestess and the moon card, all those cards about them and reflection upon them. The energy in there. I know, Katie. I know. And you, like you said, you miss them. Um, but something to maybe contemplate is, do you miss him or do you miss how you felt? And when you look into how you felt, was how you were feeling really true? or was that emotion that you were generating within you, right? Um, so just something to think about, because that's pretty deep. It's kind of blowing my mind right now, but it is like, yeah, is it was it the romance? It was this. What was I really missing? And what does it? Was it the person or was it the experience? So, but that's what they have for you, Katie. So hang in there, hang in there. Um, you know, just know that that's their character. That's who they are. You know, they're a forest fire. If it doesn't go back, just think, well, okay, that's what forest fires do. It's not personal. You're not the first. You won't be the last. That's what forest fires do. And yeah, so hang in there, hang in there. Many, many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation and sending you lots of love. All right. And let me just see here. We left off on the free readings with Mansi Shawan. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. So, will Ranveer talk to you? He said, uh, I don't want to leave with you in relationship. All right, let's take a look here and see what we have coming through here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, the nine is the hermit's journey, which is an inward journey. And the Pentacles is about finding wholeness and completeness, but it's without the need of someone on the outside. It's the inner journey of worth. There's also the Emperor card here, which has to do with it's uh, stepping in command of your life, ruling over you, not waiting for other people. You know, the emperor is usually surrounded by advisors, blah, 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 about what they should do and supposed to need to do. But at some point, the emperor tells them all to take a flying leap, get out of the throne room. I'm making my decision and stepping up and making the decisions that you're wanting. And so I don't feel like that they will talk to you. I feel like this is a time in your life that's designed for you to really find out what you want within yourself and to really step in and take charge over it and have movement going forward. So I feel like this is a big time of stepping into your power and self-discovery. So, um, I feel like that is what is coming through here regarding the situation there, Muncie. So I know it's probably pretty raw feeling, but hang in there. Step into your power. Um, what you have coming in your future, so much more fulfilling than what it would have been. So just trust that everything's unfolding for you and that things are not happening to you, but they're unfolding for you. So hang in there. Many, many blessings to you. All right. All right. So Samya Mishra, you're the next free reading coming up here. All right. And thank you so much for liking as well. And that's a good reminder for me. I always get so caught up in the readings that I just want to make sure everyone knows how appreciative I am of when you do give the video a thumbs up. It does help the YouTube algorithm get excited about the videos and share them with more people. So you are part of helping spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the tsunami of love that goes out there. So much, much appreciated for all of you that give the video a thumbs up. All right, Samya, so you want to know what are Pragyan's current feelings? And I know I'm murdering names and I do apologize. All right. Well, it appears here because we've got the high priestess here. The high priestess is this time of a pause, right? Of um, It's like their feelings are not being expressed, their feelings are, like, on hold, but it's for you because this is you stepping back into your high priestess temple, working on your love, your self-love, connecting to the higher realms, looking behind the veil that's usually behind her, going down into your subconscious and your emotions and, etcetera, because you do also have temperance, which is all about patience and things going slow, allowing things to uh, grow and allow time for you. The Ace of Cups in this case is the Holy Grail, the chalice. It's full of the unconditional love of up above. It's that going in and overflowing. So this is you spending this time right now working on your own self love, which expands it. And I know you want to know their current feelings, but what spirit is going is like, what are your current feelings for you? They're wanting you to look at this and expand your self love because when you're expanding your self love, it just changes your whole viewpoint of love on the outside because the outside love is never going to fulfill your heart. That chalice, that holy grail is what fills us up. And then they're above and beyond, and that doesn't fall short like it normally would, because we cannot love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So as we expand our self love, it allows that flow to be even more and even greater. So I know they're not giving you what you're wanting answered, but they're giving you what you need to hear right now, which is what they always do. So uh, my apologies from my human side, but I understand it's for your highest experience what they're giving you right now. So that is what they have. So many blessings for you. Hang in there. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. And Bear, you are up. How is your love Jay doing nowadays? Let's take a look here. So what else do you want them to know? Anything else? All right. So we've got the Six of Cups here, and the Six of Cups is kind of the nostalgia card. It's about them like reflecting on the past, reflecting on old emotions, looking over their life. And so they've been really, like it said, nostalgic, just really focusing on past, their past just in general. They have the Knight of Swords here too, which the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset too, because all the knights are about movement. Swords are about the thoughts and expectations and the way they were looking at things too. So I feel like they're in this really important reflective time in their life because it's like they're transforming. With a change in my thought and belief, they go back and look at a past event and go, "Oh yeah, so the way I was picturing it before, I don't have to think of it that way anymore because they're evolving, they're growing in their beliefs and thinking, so that's changing stuff for them." So I feel like it's not depressive at all. It's more evolutionary and expansive. So I feel like they're doing some important transformation of some old emotions. So I like that for them there. But that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And so Jam, I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. And said you ask a question. Oh, there you are. So you said, if Samuel be trying to reconcile your relationship, will he be missing being home with you and the kids? Okay. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around Samuel? All right. You know, with the Chariot card here, it really is about this. We had the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is like emotional stability. And the Chariot card is about like movement and a choice type of energy. I feel like with these here that it really is about um, movement. I feel like they when they do sit still, they are sad here. They do think about it. But I feel with the Chariot, this kind of overcomes this. They try to keep so active and so movement and so where they don't have time to sit still and think. But I feel like they're making choices for them and they're on this journey of just trying to understand what they want in life. They're, like I said, the Chariot is all about choices, stories, the choice of the stories they put to anything, the emotions they feel, and the energy they want to invest. And that Four of Cups does have this energy of like the outside world just wasn't fulfilling for them because they were unhappy on the inside. So when someone's unhappy on the inside, there's nothing anyone can do. I mean, you um, can give someone the world and they can still be choose to be unhappy because they're unhappy on the inside. So, when you really look at this power of choice mirror for you too is why, um, I know it's raw, I know it's tough too, but we can see what story am I putting to the situation that it's not true, right? It's like, well, they left me because I wasn't a good enough wife or whatever, right? And it's like, no, I mean, they left because they were unhappy. Um, like I said, you can give them the world and they could still be unhappy. It's their choice. um, it had nothing to do with you because when we're happy on the inside, we're happy with everything on the outside. If they're unhappy on the outside, that means they're unhappy on the inside, which doesn't have anything. You can't do that. You can't choose for people. You can only choose your story, your emotions, and your energy for yourself. You can't make anyone else do anything. So you can transform the energy a little bit with this Chariot card too coming up for you, in that realizing that life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you. And I know you're like, why God's green earth would I choose this for me? But it happened on purpose for a purpose. So what is it showing you about you? Switch all the mirror that you're seeing in them. What is coming up for you? This is happening inside you so that you can transform it and you can learn through this, right? And you being a Virgo, you totally get it because you're a thinker. So you can look at it and go, you know what? With that, that Four of Cups, really them looking sad when they sit still and it catches up to them, they do. But it's more guilt, you know, because there's a lot to unpack with that. Uh, it's a little hurt boy in a man's body, and there's a lot of stuff going on with them that would take a lot more than a free reading right now. So hang in there. Just uh, sending you lots of love, and just look at what mirror you're learning through all of this. So that's what they have for you. All right. Many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. You are welcome, Jam. All right. Let's take a look here. Now, I'm getting down to like the last 5 minutes here. So I'm going to try to get through as many of you guys. So I'm going to kind of go into more of a lightning round. Um, so before I do that, one again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video here. And I want to make sure everyone was aware I do have a weekly giveaway. And next Mondays is for an hour personal recorded reading. I know it's crazy Zen, bruddaZEN's giveaway. So be sure to check that out. And if you're wanting even more additional information on messages from Spirit, of course, happy March. March's readings are out for each individual zodiac sign. So you can check that out for some additional information. And then also, pick a card this morning came out really early, which is about what new territory are you walking toward. So be sure to check those out. Also, I have a ton of other pick a cards on my main page. So if you want some deeper readings, be sure to check that out. Also, if anyone does want to make a donation during this session, I will honor that energy exchange and complete it, and I will go deeper into those readings. But for the remainder, just to try to get through as many readings as I can to at least get you some messages from Spirit, I'm going into lightning round mode, which is like one card answers um, as I go down. So let me take a quick drink before we start. So Daisy, general reading. So let's take a look here. And you have the 5 of Wands coming in. So you do have this energy that's coming around you right now, which is what might feel conflicting in the start. You'll see why it happened for you when you get to the other side of it. So it might feel like a little bit of a jab or a slap in the face from a comment or just some energy. It feels very, you know, um, like it puts you on the defensive at first because somebody says something or does something that just what bam, but then you're just like you calm down, you take a deep breath, and then you're like, okay, I see what this was trying to show me. So I really feel this wonderful switcheroo of the energy that does start off. Yeah, I feel like this one where it's like they have a lit match by the matches here. It's like, oh, so you have a choice. Are you going to allow it to explode, or are you going to blow out that and go, you know what? I'm going to save the fight for another day. So I like it for you, Daisy. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings for you. Hey, light worker. I'm doing well, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. And you want to know what does spirit have for you? This came flying out here. So you have the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is about you've done the work in an area of your life and you're about to see some changes. The wheel is about to turn in that area of your life because you have done the work. And it's like moving from an apprentice to a master, a system manager to a manager, graduating from school. It's that kind of feel to it that you really have been doing the due diligence, the blood, sweat, and tears, and now you're going to get the results from it. So I do like that for you. So you'll know what area that is because you're the one that's been putting in the blood, sweat, and tears around it. And you'll be like, oh, good, finally. But it's going to be perfect timing. So we like it. All right, light worker, that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. Thank you so much, Hogwarts, for encouraging people to give a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Right. All right. Alexis, you are up. So, what about these people that won't stop harassing you? Who are they and why won't they leave you alone? Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? So you've got the 2 of Cups here, and the 2 of Cups tells me that this is they're wanting to focus to say that they are divine appointments. This is normally relationships and that, but they're really saying soulmate, which is we are all souls and people like our family, our friends, our coworkers, our pets, they're all soulmates and they're all divine appointments for us to help us learn and grow through things. And so they're basically doing a general blanket over these people, saying all these people, they won't stop harassing you because you asked them before you came down here. Don't stop harassing me until I see what you're trying to show me about myself. Um, And so, whatever the harassment feeling is, whatever this trigger or these emotions that are rising, these fears that are coming up, you had asked them, you know, continue to show me what I want to see about myself until I see it. And so, what you can do to help stop all this is to take a deep breath, take a step back, and go, what am I learning through this? Why did I want this to happen for me? When you step out of the this is happening to me, out of the victim role, you're able to see things from this higher perspective and see what is really happening. What do I want to learn through this? How can I grow through this? Then you don't need those teachers anymore because, like we said, continue to show me what I want to see about myself until I see it. And then once you see it, they disappear. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Alexis. I know. Hang in there. Just try to breathe and take a step back and see what is it that you were wanting to see through this. All right. Um, Nicole, if it was it through PayPal, because I know PayPal's been having some weird stuff where I haven't been getting the emails. So let me just log into there real quick. Although I'm 2 years now anyway. Okay, no, it's not through PayPal. I just want to make sure here that I don't see it here either. Hmm. I don't have anything through PayPal at all. So I'm not sure. Interesting. Oh, Venmo. I'm not sure what is happening because I just want to make sure they're not taking your money and neither of us is getting it. You know what I mean? Uh, but I'm 2 years right now anyway. But I still want to double check that because if I'm not getting it, then they shouldn't be taking it from you either, right? Don't know what is happening. Technology, right? Hmm. There's nothing on my Venmo either. So you might have double check that to see if it went to me because I don't see it on either of my PayPal or my Venmo. So yeah, it was weird. But I'm up to you anyway. So apologies that that didn't go through or something weird's going on there. Oh, that's weird. Hmm. All right. Well, let me finish up these readings here and then we'll double check that just to make sure. All right. Hmm. Yeah, it should be my bruddaZEN, not my because that's my real name. So I'm not sure what link that is. I might have to check that. So my apologies. We'll get that sorted. I'll pick a card for you. Uncertain time for you this week. All right, we'll take a look here, and we'll make it a not a lightning one, but a donation. So we'll dive deep in that here for you. Okay, those any others? All right. Yeah, I definitely see that you're like at a crossroads here for sure because you have the lover's card which is about a emotional choice and then also mental choice with the two of swords. So you are at this point here where there is like obviously a decision to be made here. I like this energy. Let me see what these other two cards are here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Because this is about something's being brought right into your path for you to face and look at. And the lesson that they have for you regarding this is that you get to choose what story you will put to anything, and you're the one that gets to choose the emotion that you feel as you go through it too. Because there's this let me show you these cards. So I was like, wow, okay. Because you've got three sevens. What are the chances? There's only four sevens. Well, I mean, there would be the chariot card too, which um, be the major arcana one. But this is, I mean, you've got the seven of swords, the seven of cups, and the seven of wands. And all the sevens represent, we talk about the sixes are on each side, and that's a beautiful flow in the middle. But when a seven comes along, there's this giant boulder right in the middle that doesn't allow you to move past it until you've faced it. You have to look at, you have to deal with it, you have to experience it. But then with those power of choice cards coming in, it's because they want to show you that it's not the situation, it's not the boulder that defines you, because you get to choose what it means. If it was the situation that determined what it meant, then everyone that goes through a situation would impact them all the same. But because it doesn't, it's not the situation that defines it, but the person going through it. So it's a very empowering energy that's coming in here, because it is this, I get to choose what story, and every moment is a two, those twos. It's a choice of unconditional love connected to higher realms, or the fear of losing conditional love tied to the human experience of all these opinions, these fears we have of losing that conditional love. So every moment is uh, a choice of a story. Is it going to be of unconditional love or of fear? Every moment is a choice of emotion. Is it going to be an emotion of unconditional love or fear? And energy. Every moment we're investing energy too. Am I focusing on what I fear is going to come in or out of my life, or that I'm missing in my life, or that I have in my life that I don't want? When I focus on it, I grow it. It gets bigger. I can also focus on gratitude, on what I do want in my life, on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. And that grows and expands, and then this shrinks. So there is this energy coming in. And you have the Five of Cups too, which is a permissions card around emotion, that though we have a choice, because the Five of Cups has three cups that are spilt, and then the Two of Cups, which is that power of choice card again being reiterated, that it's okay. We come here to experience the fears. It's a fear amusement park. We come here to ride the ride. So don't beat ourselves up for it, but realizing there's always a second choice frees us from like we're imprisoned. Like, I can always choose this. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just feel differently. They bring different things. Um, Fear, of course, makes us feel constricted and small and trapped, and um, impacts our health. And, we get to feel all those emotions rooted in fear. Or unconditional love. It's expansive, it's growing, it's warm, it's full of all those emotions of unconditional love instead. So it's like diving into a cold pool, or in sitting in a hot tub. On a hot balmy day, that pool that we dive into feels great, but and the sun sets and it gets chilly, we're like, ooh, I'm gonna go over here and jump in the hot tub and warm up. So there's neither right, neither wrong, but it's like this message of how powerful you really are, and that you're not at the whim of the outside world, that you get to choose. And that we have all these opinions that of course, people have told us what we should feel and supposed to think. And supposed to do, but it's like, actually, I get to choose. And so I feel like this is a time of really stepping into your power and getting your power back. So I do like that. So that's what they have for you, Nicole. Hang in there. Much love and much light to you, and many blessings. You hang in there. All right. So, love within, you were up. So, we're back into lightning round mode for the last couple here. So, love within, anything that comes out. All right. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. So, we got the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is a great card because it's thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations, all the stuff of your mind, but you're realizing what of your own thoughts and your own mindsets have been making you feel restricted and bound and trapped. And the Eight is a great card of self reflection. It's like looking into a mirror and going, now I see, and there's freedom that comes from that. So whatever has been going on, or is about to, or is going on, it's really bringing these ahas to you that will set you free, and it'll allow you to not feel, um, like I said, that blind and the bound. Like one of my favorite Light Seers deck shows, I think it's Light Seers, that shows someone like that is being controlled by puppet strings. And it's like, I am, we're thinking that all this stuff that's happening is outside of our control, and we realize it's our brain that is controlling it all, these thoughts and these beliefs. And because of that awareness, it sets you free with it too. So I really like that. It's like where I feel I'm out of power, where things are out of my control, it's like, let me return back to what is within my control, which is your own thoughts and beliefs around it. So I like it for you, love within. Many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right, Mystic Falls, what are Aries' current feelings for you? All right. We actually had two cards pop out, even though we're doing lightning round, but you've got the is that the Six of Cups? Yeah, you have the Six of Cups and the Devil card too here. And so their current feelings, the Six of Cups is looking back over like past memories, looking over its nostalgia. And the Devil card is the shaking and the rattling, of their beliefs around these memories. So whatever's going on here, it's very fiery, type of energy, which I normally don't pick that up from the Devil card because that's Capricorn Earth energy, but it feels very, um, whatever's triggering, whatever that has caused them to do this reflection of past, emotional memories and, experiences. Um, I it's I feel like, I mean, you're part of it, of course, but I feel like they are, something else spawned it though, because you are current in, or recent, but these go back, these are ripples from their childhood, and they're realizing what's happening is like, something that an interaction between you two, they remember, last time I felt that was this, the last time I felt that was and they're seeing that it's been a ripple that's happened throughout their life, and that maybe it's not just you. Maybe they're like, "Oh, I'm the one that's been the character in all of these, so this is something about me." And so they're doing this really reflection, and their shadow is taking them on this, they cannot get out of this loop of them making them look at these past memories. So, I feel like the feelings are not like, uh at you, they're about your interactions with them that ripple backwards, if that makes sense. But that's what they have going on right now. So that is what they have. I know it's interesting. All right. Lovely, lovey. You will be my last reading. Well, let me take a look here. I just gotta. Oh, okay. I just now got the email from Renee, her first one. I was like, "What is that?" So lovely, lovely. Sorry. Hello, hello. So, what's the relationship between Angela C and Aaron M? Let's take a look here. Hmm. So we've got the Five of Pentacles coming in here, and the Five of Pentacles is this energy of lack, of being left out in the cold, being left behind, and about it's really this challenge of worth for them there. So it's interesting. It's almost it feels like one of them felt like left out in the cold from the other. Like they were thought they were going to have to depend on them for something or wanted to depend on them for something, but left high and dry and cold out in the cold. And so there's these feelings of lack between them. I don't feel like uh, anything now. I feel like this is like the past. This is some leftover emotions. Um, it feels more experiential than emotional right now. Uh, I just feel like it's, because of the skulls, it feels like, this is left, someone left him in the past, it's like there's something that just happened before, but I don't feel like there's a active, um, deep relationship between them. I just feel like it's more, uh, these, interactions between them in the past. I don't know. Like I said, it feels very, I would say experiential, but it feels not contractual. I'm trying to think of the word. Um not methodical, but it's like contractual. It's like uh when someone does something, this is what I get. It didn't it feels I'm trying to think of the word and it's not coming to me right now. Probably because I'm like past my 2 hour mark and my brain's starting to fry a little bit. But I think you know what I mean. I don't feel like currently it is. It just felt like transactional, that's the word. It feels like whatever they had was more transactional or have is transactional. I don't feel like it's emotional with this card coming in. But interesting. Interesting, interesting. All right. Well, that is what we have for this evening. Nicole, I will look into that. Oh, she's a lawyer and he's on the defense. Well, that sounds transactional. Yeah. Interesting. You are welcome. Yeah, Nicole, I'll let you know if I didn't. I'll get this figured out about the Venmo there, because that is weird. Let me make a note here because don't want that to happen in the future. And but we'll get that figured out. But again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video, and for all your love and support, and definitely the thirst that you have for hearing and searching after spirit. I always say it just blows me away. Um, and I'm very excited to be a part of experiencing all these messages of love from above. And I will be back tomorrow, of course, at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And of course, Wednesday through Sundays at that time. And then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. So I'm excited. Hopefully, everyone had a wonderful, wonderful day and have the rest of wonderful night or day wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you guys again, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you, and we'll see you soon. You take care.